skull, cranial cavity, where cranial bones are surrounding them. And second one is the vertebral foramen. You see that vertebral foramen through which a spinal cord passes. So it is very much protected in very strong structure. Very strong structure is the skull, which is bony component, and the vertebral column, that is again bony component, right? It is so strong. That is central. And what is peripheral? So like see here, from central the nerves are coming. These are the nerves coming, correct? These nerves go everywhere. Like I'm touching her here, how she knows that I'm touching? So something going from here all the way into the spinal cord, which is part of the CNS. From there it is connected to the brain, and she comes to know that somebody is touching, mosquito is biting or whatever, correct? So this is peripheral nervous system. So these are known as spinal nerves. What is the name?
Spinal nerves.
And there are how many spinal vertebrae we have?
33.
We have
26.
26.
Okay.
33 in newborn, 26 in our case, correct? So but here this one is 31 pairs. How many? 31 pairs. But this I will be going in the next one, next chapter is spinal cord, that I will be going. So this is peripheral nervous system, the spinal cord is good. Now this is brain, CNS. So how the CNS, like here, if you are touching, somebody touching my cheek, right? Or something is falling into my eyes, how do I know? Which system will make me know? CNS or PNS?
PNS.
PNS, right? But that PNS is linked to this one? Yes or no? This one is? This one is a spinal nerve. So it is not there. So in this case, here in this region we have cranial nerves. What are? Cranial nerves, and their number is 12. So there are 12 cranial nerves. They are linked to certain part of the brain, right? And they come out from there, and then anything happening in head region is connected to the cranial nerves. And cranial nerves are responsible for that. Clear? The other part of the body is spinal nerves. But all the information are put into the CNS, whether it is a spinal cord or whether it is brain. Clear? Good. Now coming to this brain part. So this brain, this is better model for this component. This brain, how many bones are there which makes the cranial cavity? 8 bones, right? How many bones? 8 bones. So what is the name of the bone? Frontal, parietal,
temporal, occipital,
occipital,
and
sphenoid,
and ethmoid.
and ethmoid, right? These are the bones, 8 bones. So you know the brain part which is covered by frontal bone is known as frontal lobe. So frontal bone is here, right? Frontal lobe is here. Can you bring one skull? The second part is here. This second part, which one is here? See, this is the parietal lobe. Frontal lobe, parietal lobe.
This one?
Can you come here? Come and stand at CJ standing. Let me make a or you can come, that's fine. Yeah. So this is a pool. This pool is so interesting. Have you gone to swimming pools? Right? So there are 3 depths in swimming pool. The first one where you step in, how much?
3 feet.
Maximum 3 feet, then
5 feet. 5 feet.
5 feet, and then further,
Depends.
right?
It depends.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
So see here, this one is also 3 step. First step, 3 feet. Second step, 5 feet. Then third step, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 feet. Correct? So this is, you have 3 levels. these three levels are fitting there. So this structure, however, it will not be fitting here for sure. So, but
Brain
I
hemorrhage.
think this one fits.
well, I don't have to make it fit in real sense. Just I wanted to make you see. So this is the part. This is the shallow part. This one is the middle part. This one is deep part. Correct? This is. So how many lobes did we learn so far? Frontal,
Frontal,
parietal,
parietal,
and third one is
occipital.
occipital. So this part is the occipital part. Here, all these are the occipital part. So occipital, frontal, and parietal. On the side you have temporal lobe. On the side you have temporal lobe. And do you know, if you remove this one, frontal and temporal, which is not possible in this case, if you remove this, then another part here that is known as insula. What is the word?
Insula.
Insula. So insula is inside. So, but you have to remove it. So that is not visible in intact brain. You have to open it. Then you can see insula, which is inside between
the
temporal and the frontal. Temporal and frontal. So this part you have to go deeper. That is insula. Okay. Good. Now this brain has this brain has externally, let's look at externally, there is a longitudinal fissure. You see that? Longitudinal fissure, if you separate it, it is going to be separated little bit. It cannot be split into two, but you can separate it, longitudinal fissure. We'll be moving it like this, but there is another structure inside that, corpus callosum, which keeps the whole brain together. Means you can separate it little bit, not going. So here you see this yellow part, right? This yellow part. So that yellow part is connected. So that will not allow separation of the two hemispheres separately, right? Means that is going to be embedded there. It is going to keep them. Now this brain has cerebrum. This part is cerebrum. Second part is diencephalon. So diencephalon is inside. So anybody has umbrella again today? Anybody has brought it? No, that's fine.
I do.
You have? Can I see
Yeah,
that? Your
yeah.
umbrella? See, you always
Texas.
prepared.
You gotta take an umbrella in
You
Texas.
always prepared for rainy day.
especially here in Houston.
See, this is umbrella, right? What do you see? You are seeing this part, then you are seeing this part, correct? Same way in your brain you are seeing just two parts. One is this part and second one is this part. So this is cerebrum, this one is cerebrum. Now you expand it. So what is here without expanding it? You see these structures? It is so compact, right? But if you open it, it is going to be like this. See how big? So really, in a real sense, if you open this brain completely, it is going to cover one room area. But when you are bringing it back, you can see there are some structures. So all of them, they get folded. In folded, something is like this, something depression, something. You see that, right? So they are known as gyrus. Plural is gyri. So all the elevated part which you see, hey, Halima, look here. They are gyrus, plural is gyri, and then there is sulcus. Sulcus is the depression. So it is alternating gyrus and sulcus, gyrus and sulcus. So if you will not have gyrus and sulcus, then what will happen? It will become a smooth. If it will become a smooth, then it cannot be increased in surface area. So all these arrangements are to increase the surface area, just like this one. Opening this structure, do you see? So this one is cerebrum. This one is cerebrum, right? And then you see this part, correct? Here, this one. This one is diencephalon. So diencephalon, and the third part is here brain stem. So brain stem, diencephalon and cerebrum. So that's why this diencephalon is not visible to us in the brain, it is inside. And this one is brain stem which we can see. So where diencephalon is found? Between
The
cerebrum and the brain stem. And the brain stem. Right? Here you can see. So this part is the diencephalon. Diencephalon has two components mainly. One component is the thalamus, right? So thalamus, and then the second one is hypothalamus. So here you have thalamus and then lower part is hypothalamus. So thalamus and hypothalamus, they belong to diencephalon. Diencephalon. They speak 3 times, everybody.
the thalamus and hypothalamus
No,
belong to the
only
diencephalon.
diencephalon. They speak 3 times diencephalon.
It belongs to the diencephalon.
She did not speak any time. 3 times.
Diencephalon.
Good.
Diencephalon.
Yeah, diencephalon. So diencephalon is a connecting part, right, between cerebrum and brainstem. So cerebrum is the thinking part of the brain, right? Making judgment, justice, all those things are done here. But after doing that, it passes information to diencephalon. And then diencephalon passes that information to
Thalamus.
brainstem.
Oh, shite.
Brainstem. So brainstem, and brainstem has 3 components. Brainstem has 3 components. One component, the uppermost in brainstem is midbrain, then pons, and then medulla oblongata. MPM. MPM. Midbrain, pons, and medulla oblongata. These are the, and medulla oblongata continue in spinal cord. So, question is this. All these information, what is being, judgment is being made by this part, which is the cerebrum, all of them are being passed to the brainstem through diencephalon, correct? So here is the brainstem, and that brainstem is sending all the nerves. Brainstem is sending all the 12 nerves to our facial region, correct? Not only facial region, it also goes down, like vagus nerve goes all the way into the heart, into the lungs, further down. That is the longest cranial nerve in our body. So all these are, you are seeing here this part, right? All these are what? These are the cranial nerves. You see this yellow part? They are the cranial nerves. They are coming out from there. It has that. All these white structure which you are seeing, they are the nuclei. Those nuclei are found in the brainstem, from where the cranial nerves come out, right? So medulla oblongata, then pons, then midbrain, cranial nerves are coming out from there. How many cranial nerves we have? 12. And 12, you have to know the name of the 12, but out of 12 must know about number 1, number 2, number 5, number 7, number 10.
Number 1, 2, 5, 7, and 10.
Yeah.
You want us to know all 12, but especially those.
Yeah, especially those. Know from where they are coming and which organ they are innervating.
Which organ they're innervating?
Yeah, means to which organ they are innervating. That nerve is going where? In which organ?
Okay.
That is innervating.
So I guess would be the heart, right?
Like number 1 and their name. So cranial nerve number 1 is olfactory nerve. What is the meaning of olfactory?
That's the smell.
A smell. So where it is innervating? Your
Nasal?
nasal epithelia.
Okay.
Correct? It is innervating your nasal epithelia. But I am leaving it to you to know from where it is coming. What is the origin site? From where it is coming out? Is it coming out from midbrain?
Okay.
It is coming out from pons, or coming out from medulla oblongata, or which part? That you have to do.
But it would only come out of those 3 parts, right?
Yeah, mainly of the three parts, but you have to figure out. Look into your lecture book, you will figure them out.
So it's a name, where it's coming from, and where it's going to.
Very good.
Okay.
Got it?
Mm.
Then, so this part, then hypothalamus is connected to the pituitary gland. Here you see pituitary gland, and there was a question. In which bone the pituitary gland is housed? In sella turcica of sphenoid. So sphenoid is sitting here in sella turcica. This pituitary gland is hanging and protected there. This is the pituitary gland, right? So small, but so important for everything.
Mm.
Then this part is there. Then on the other side we have pineal gland. So here you see the anterior part, and here it is the pineal gland. You know pineal gland? Sleeping gland, right? It produces one hormone, its name is melatonin. Melatonin hormone regulates our day and night cycle.
Where is
Makes
it?
us sleep, makes us,
Point to it again.
eh?
Point to it again, because it was covered. Dr. Sharma.
He's got jokes.
Right? All right. Awesome.
Okay? Good, you are very good, you are very good, you are very good. This is all about your brain component. This is all about that. I want you to complete this. Remember, this week we are finishing all the lab.
Oh, wow.
There is not much.
Are you kidding?
Right.
Yeah, not
There's
much.
this many pages.
Oh, and there's
Oh,
14
actually-
again.
Yeah, you kind of just went over all of them.
Listen, Brain. I'm gonna need you to get on our
The only
side.
one he didn't go over was here. That's it.
Dr. Sharma.
So
Yeah.
today, next day, next week, because we have to finish, and before your Thanksgiving, I will like to review, and then after Thanksgiving, any day you can have your third exam.
Any day, no, we have a date for it, not any day,
Yeah.
we have a date for it.
December what, 11th? Wednesday?
No,
Yeah.
no, it's a Monday,
December 9th?
no, before that,
December 1st?
no, I don't have the,
When is it?
I do have it.
When's our final?
The
Again?
first week of this, no, not the final, I'm talking about, well.
Our next exam, exam
next
4.
exam.
Exam
It's the
number
first
3.
week of December.
Oh, 3?
Three, yeah.
Oh, for whatever reason, I thought we just did
It's the
3.
first week.
Oh, it's my other.
You will have, so after Thanksgiving, you will have quiz one day.
Okay.
It's the 9th.
Remember, after Thanksgiving, you will have quiz. And then after that, we will review, and then you will have exam,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
And then,
So, remember, we are not in a hurry, but I don't want to,
Doesn't feel like it.
I know, I feel like it.
I don't want to run slow, okay? So just get ready. Clear? So this week and next week we have to finish everything.
okay, this week and
And then-
next week.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Okay, 2 weeks
You
to
will
go.
have a big
2 weeks
turkey
to go.
feast. Thanksgiving.
To get energy.
I cannot enjoy Thanksgiving then.
Why?
Alive. Ooh, okay.
Who is getting married? Your aunt?
So,
And she said she's not cooking, so.
One more?
And I don't wanna cook.
This is all. Now work there in your lab book.
it's like 5 minutes.
Um,
Thank you, Dr.
I
Sharma.
had a question.